Hi, greetings and welcome fellow YouTubers. This week on the weekly update we're going to have a little look at the landscaping we did in Minecraft. Helluva Boss Season 3 has, Episode 3 has just dropped. Star Citizen Xenothreat is now in full swing. And also this week's game on VR we looked at was Witching Tower. So all of that coming up on this week's weekly update. Right, firstly, let's talk about Minecraft. Yes, I know that we've basically been doing a little bit more Minecraft than normal these days, but it is something that I do want to kind of get into because I've got plans for Minecraft. When I say I've got plans, I mean I've got big plans. I'm talking about giant castles in the sky, giant fortresses in the sky, castles on the ground, skyways spanning across the distance, and there is just so much that well, I keep on saying that with all my videos, but there is a lot that I've got to do. I mean, it's like what Yahtzee once said: when you're playing Minecraft, you first start off like moving some dirt, and then you put like a road on, and then you just leave it, and then you start looking at those mountains over the distance, and you think what it really needs is a skull fortress with lava weeping out of the eyes and all that wonderful stuff. But yeah, so previously, long time ago, I'm talking about many years back before I really actually started on YouTube, if you could say that I have actually started, I had an Apple Mac. Yes, I know, I don't anymore, but I had an Apple Mac and I was doing, one of the games I played on there was Minecraft, and I created some detailed, really big detailed castles in there. As well as some pretty decent stuff. Unfortunately, it's a shame that I can't really get hold of those at the moment and bring these in here, because my Mac is somewhere in Crud City underneath the desk and in drawers and along the way of Abandonville. So I first have to see if I can find that Mac first and then figure out how to turn the thing on before I can even figure out how to get the files off there to be able to put onto a PlayStation. But yeah, so unfortunately those are lost to time right now. So I'd like to starting from scratch, starting from fresh, and there's quite a few things that I want to do, such as reinventing that cobblestone generator that I got up. During the last live stream, I originally tried to have a little look into the community. I know that it was titled the Community Exploration, because originally I wanted to go out into the community and just look at player servers or just see what other people have done. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work because it is crashed out. Each time that I tried, it crashed out saying, sorry, we could not connect you, timed out for whatever reason or another, even though that it was showing there was hundreds or thousands of people already on those servers. So I don't know if that might be something wrong with my account not connecting, even though it looked like it was connecting. I'll have to figure out what's going on with that. But for the rest of the stream, I was basically clearing out an area of land, flattening it, so that it will be a good basis for a small castle. Now, I do say a small castle because I have made incredibly massive castles. Unfortunately, we don't have the space for those yet. So I've got some ideas I'm going to make for a small castle, and actually that's a lie, tell you the truth, I've got no ideas for what I'm going to do for the small castle. I guess I'm just going to have to ad-lib it, just get the stones, plant them, and just see how that goes. But that's what we're going to do going forwards, is whenever I get a few moments spare, I'm just going to like relax and chill out and relax in Minecraft and just start building my little empire or my little areas. So that's going to be interesting to see how that grows over the time. So we started at the beginning of this year, well, earlier on this month, or was it last month? But yeah, we started earlier on, and let's see what we get at the end of the year. So we've seen what it's like at the beginning. Let's see if we can make something decent by the end of this year. Okay, second up, in these videos, I want to see if I can start putting out the anime of the week. Well, I say anime or cartoon or pretty much, yeah. Mostly it's going to be anime, but every now and again I want to do cartoons. And for this week, I want to talk about Helluva Boss. Now, Helluva Boss has actually this week. The reason I want to rewind, start again. Oh, sorry about that. Yes, the reason I wanted to talk about. I was about to do it again. The reason I wanted to talk about Helluva Boss was because this week they have just dropped out. Not dropped out. Gunk. Sorry, get my mind into gear. Sorry about that. Yeah, they have just dropped episode 3 of Helluva Boss. Episode 3, Spring Broken, which makes it the 4th episode that they've dropped. Yes, I know that's weird saying 3, but it being the 4th episode. First episode was called the pilot episode, which basically introduced us all to the characters, the three main imps. I think that long-legged gay owl person who's got a thing for one of the main characters, Big Red Frog, and he likes to swear a lot on the phone. Or was that the second one? Murder Family. Yeah, next one was episode 1, which was Murder Family. Our Murder Family, we do get a little bit more more development into what's going on. IMP is the name of their company, and I think IMP stood for Instant Murder Professionals, Instantaneous Murder Professionals, something like that. But IMP was the name of the company, and what they are is basically a revenge service, where I'm not saying basically a lot now, where basically someone who gets sent to hell against the system, because the system screwed them over, and for some reason or another they feel they've been hard done by being sent to hell. So they hire IMP to go up to the surface, and assassinate their target. Now, in Murder Family, these get really quite gross. And I love it. We absolutely love this film. I mean, for example, the very start of Murder Family, by the way, spoilers, if you haven't seen these films, go watch them. If you haven't seen all 4 episodes of Helluva Boss, I recommend go watch it right now, because it is a good watch. Okay, you're back. You're welcome. Okay, as I said, at the beginning of Murder Family, it starts off with like all these school kids, happy, joy, birds singing, suns overhead, kids singing, birds tweeting, blah blah, all nice, happy, joy in the school classroom, and the teacher's teaching her kids, and then say, oh wait a minute, I forgot it's my husband's birthday. So she goes onto the computer chat to call her husband and find that he's shagging the neighbours right there in front of the kids. And after that, she goes on a murderous spree, chainsaw everyone, and chainsawing everyone in front of the kids on the computer. And then the final moment where she tops herself in front of the kids. I think the kids just like fainting over. But yeah, that kind of gives you an idea of what Helluva Boss is about. And she says, when she's down in hell, she says it quite perfectly, that you can spend all of your life doing absolutely everything perfect, being blessed and beautiful, but you go on one murderous, you go on one murder killing spree fueled by blind jealousy and rage, and then you're sent down here to hell with all the Hitlers and Epsteins of the world. So she wants to get revenge on the woman that was seducing her husband, and so therefore so that was the contract that she took up with IMP, for IMP to go upstairs and take revenge on the woman that was seducing her husband, because she survived her little chainsaw attack. So that was episode 1. Episode 2, which was titled Lululand. This was a perfect episode. I think they did that so right. Now, if you remember at the start of me talking about this, I said the tall, gay owl demon that always constantly swears down the phone. That is one character we did not expect to have such a beautiful character development. At the beginning of the film, at the beginning of the program, you see him with his daughter, singing his daughter to sleep, letting her know that she will be protected by him, whilst the whole universe solar system is exploding around them. So you've got like planets crashing into stars and the sun exploding, whilst he's holding her in his arms, saying that you will be okay. And that is a beautiful, tender moment. Then fast forward like 10 years, I think 10 years or so, and then you see the crash and devastation of his family, his loveless marriage with his wife, how that he just can't get any sort of satisfaction out of anything because he's got so much power, and he feels nothing. In fact, he said it so well in his song that he once used to feel that he was so bold, and now he's. But yeah, he used to think that love would be fun, but nothing could ever satisfy him, except for being in the arms of that one little imp. And yeah, so it was kind of funny when we saw an image clip of Blitz, that little image of Blitzo falling in front of his wife and saying, "Sorry, I effed your husband." Yeah, it was kind of amusing right there, but yeah, the whole character growth for this demon. As he takes his daughter to Lululand, so many things that are going backwards and forwards with Blitzo trying to shoot the. I think they actually got the actor that played Beetlejuice to play the clown in this episode, and he played the clown perfectly. Yeah, I'm talking too much about this at the moment, but yeah. But yeah, as I said, episode 2, Lululand, I do believe was a perfect episode. Great character development. I think the name was Sonaris. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. Really thumbs up. I certainly really appreciate that one. That was a good episode. Well done. Which lead to the latest one that came out, which was called Spring Broken. Now, considering how much character growth that went into the previous one, I didn't like Spring Broken as much as I liked the first one, but as the second one. But therefore, I think I had so much high expectation because I was doing such a good job on the first two, or the first three really. I was expecting quite a lot out of this one. It did supply and it didn't as well. I mean, there was there were so many things going around saying, "Oh, is this wolf that we saw in the trailers? Is this wolf going to be like the dad or the boyfriend of the hellhound?" Or no, I actually I found that some of the sorry for going from one to another quite quickly, but I saw that there was a couple of scenes that they broke the fourth wall, which I thought was really quite funny to say. Do you know? So there was one scene where the hellhound. Sorry, I can't. I'm useless with their names. I keep forgetting their names. So I do apologise about this. But the hellhound was saying, "Oh, do you want? I can go up there to help you." And Blitzo was saying, or Blitz, the O is silent. Blitz was saying, "No, you can't go up there. You know all those freaks, how much they would drool all over you if they ever saw anything." And then there was like a moment where everyone just stared at the camera, and I felt they was like staring right at me. And I thought at that point when they were staring at me, I thought, well, my wife did offer to cosplay as her, and I do not have a problem with that. No, I do not have a problem with that. So yeah, guilty. But yeah, Spring Broken. This was basically, Blitzo had an ex-girlfriend which was a succubus. Or as he calls them, STD spreaders. That was an ex-girlfriend. Sorry, I'm fumbling here. Yeah, so Blitzo's ex-girlfriend was having a problem. No, he had a problem with her because she took his parking spot. Yeah, so therefore they came together and had like, okay, we're going to do let's have a challenge. I challenge you to a challenge. Yeah. Okay. But the challenge was basically both of them go up to the surface and who would win. Either he challenged her, say that I bet that you cannot lay as many people as we can off within a certain time limit. So that was the challenge. Then to have it out with sorry, mine's gone. Where? Who? Moving right along, I think we've talked about the cartoon for too long. Let's see what else was next on our list. Star Citizen. Right, yes, Star Citizen Xenothreat is now currently in full swing in the PU. And so in the persistent universe, when you wake up inside your bed, you will probably get a video message pop up that's saying, so Xenothreat is currently attacking Jericho. Sorry, excuse me. Currently attacking Jericho. We need every available pilot to come in. So once you wake up and you get in and you've done everything that you need, you basically go into your mission briefings and you can then go into the priorities. There's a new tab inside your missions under General tab. There's a new mission section called Priorities. You go into that, select the mission that's in there, and then they will then start saying, okay, you need to get to such and such station to help prepare the Idris. This is the situation. A javelin, not Idris, a javelin is currently docked at the Jericho station, and you basically need to get it repaired and sent off. Now, whilst it's being repaired, you're getting there are people flying in all over the place that is trying to destroy it. So some of the people have got to defend the javelin against the attackers. One of the attackers is an Idris, a aircraft carrier or a fleet carrier in this case. That I don't think I actually see it launch other ships, but there are loads of ships that come with it. The main thing with the Idris is its forward gun, which can do some massive damage on the on your javelin ship that's docked. However, to get the ship repaired, there is a site a little bit far off where loads of crash wreckages are, where you need to salvage certain type of supply crates. Unfortunately, these are guarded, so if you go on them, you need to go into each salvage ship with guns ready, because you will be attacked in FPS view by sentries, or I'm not too sure what actually was. I didn't really see what killed me when I went in there, but yeah, you need to be prepared for first-person shooters, FPS. So get your guns in, go in there, kill everything that moves that isn't on your team. Pull out all the cargo, but the cargo cannot be quantum jumped. There's 3 types of cargo. One that will explode if QT'd. So if you try quantum jumping, it will explode in your ship. Another type of cargo will explode if hit too often, so careful of that. And the other one, I think, is time sensitive, so as soon as you pick it up, it will explode if you don't get it to the destination quickly enough. I think. I'm not too sure about that third one. I need to check. However, whilst you're taking out these, you are also still being attacked left, right and centre from other spaceships or other Xenothreats. So this is a major event that happens approximately, I'm getting around about once every hour. And once it initiates, everyone in the system should come in, because it will take the combined forces of almost everyone in the system working together to actually get this fixed. So you'll need pilots to actually attack the ships, to defend the ships, take out any Xenothreat spaceships. You'll need transporters, you'll need carriers, and yeah, basically anything you can get, anything you've got, you can bring to the party. Just bring it along. I'm sure it will be helpful in one way or another. Yeah, and you can get quite a fair amount of money out of this. Now, when I started at the beginning, and I made over 300,000 credits for one event. I think I may have even made a little bit more, especially if you've got call to arms on, and then you're basically anyone that you're shooting whilst got call to arms, they're everywhere from like 500 to 1,500 credits worth. So I did get 1,500, and most of them I got were about 1,000 credits. So, and I was like blowing ships up left, right and centre. Especially, I also think you get a lot of money through being there for a lot of the time. So if whilst you're just standing still, or let's say patrolling around the area, as long as you're inside the radius or inside the area, you will be getting 2,500 every so many ticks. So I think that's where it all builds up all the cash. But yeah, if you've got Star Citizen and you're playing it, I certainly recommend getting in there right now, because that event, I'm not sure how long this event's going to last for. I'm guessing maybe about a week. So by the end of the next week, it might be finished. So I want to try and get that in sooner rather than later, because your bank account will thank you for it in time. Okay, and this now brings us up to the last game, which was Witching Tower. Now, I like the look of this game from the start. I mean, it looked like there was a fair bit of spell crafting, some sword fighting action, but I think the trailer was a little bit deceiving on that. I didn't really get too much spell crafting done in there. I think mostly I was hitting people around with a torch or trying to get hold of a sword, but unfortunately, I don't think I managed to get much of the way through. The game itself has a lot of bugs and a lot of problems, which was inevitably its downfall for me. I could tell that there was quite a buggy game from the first moment when I started killing the bad guys. I could still hear them growling at me, even whilst their bodies were disappearing on the cobblestone, which was kind of annoying or nervousness, because once I'd take something down, if I hear something like growling, that's my indication that there's still something after me. And then I find out it's actually the animal that's on the floor that I've just killed. And so that was one of the bugs that was problematic. The other bug was the fact that sometimes if I move around in the real life, in the real world by accident, I can accidentally glitch through the walls and it won't let me back through. Not a problem on most of the times because you could just reset. However, at the end of the game when we was doing the live stream on Thursday, I got glitched through a wall and I got saved inside that wall and I couldn't get out of it. So when I reloaded the game, I was still inside a caged off area that I couldn't get out of, which I guess was my fault kind of, or I was trying to see if I could actually get through it in the first place, me just pushing my limits, and then found out that I could push that limit and I was stuck there. So that was a little bit of a bug, a game breaking bug for me, because the only way that I can continue that game now is if I start over from scratch, because there are no other save points. It's a one save only type game. And it just remembers your last location. So unfortunately for Witching Tower, I can't really give it a good review or a good score because I don't think I've been able to play it often enough. I might come back to it at a later point in time, but not at the moment. So we're going to have a look at it later. The puzzles I think were kind of interesting, nice and intuitive. Do I recommend the game? At the moment with these bugs, probably not, and not at the price tag that I saw it for. I think it was like 15-20 quid. Wait until that comes down a little bit, until it's say like £5 or £10, maybe, and that's only if they manage to update some of the bugs out of the system, because it still feels like a kind of an unfinished game. But that being said, some of the actions was actually quite decent. The fighting scenes, I kind of enjoyed the fighting scenes. Well, I'd say I enjoyed it, but it was kind of bland. Bat fly at you, wave your torch at it. Dog striking at you, wave your torch at it. A skeleton comes running at you, wave your torch at it, and then it's gone. Yeah, it's a promising looking game. It does look promising, and it does look like an interesting story, and it does look like something that I would like to play. But unfortunately, it's too low of a quality at the moment for it actually to be of any real interest at the moment. So out of 10, I will give this a melted sword out of 10. Okay, well, I'll call that for today. Sorry, it's well, that's a first, having to do the apologies at the end of the video rather than at the beginning. But sorry I haven't been able to talk about much. Hopefully we'll be able to get more going on for next week, but we'll have to see how things go. So thanks very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys out there.